friends, it's me Jenna with the White Witch Parlor, and I want to share with you my Samhain boxes that I've made for the season of Samhain, when the veil is at its thinnest, generally held on October 31st in the northern hemisphere. We gather around. It's a time to celebrate ancestors and those who have walked and lived before us. It's a time of intense awakening because the earth is changing and there's so much energy, and we're awakening a lot of our spiritual energy. So we're tapping into the unknown and into the spirit realm. Because the veil is thinner, we're easily able to access that spirit world, which can guide us and lead us and talk to us and communicate with us through our dreams or through practices of divination, especially scrying. If you want to set up an altar which complements the life of loved ones who have passed, this is a time to celebrate life. And also Dia de los Muertos is held on November 1st because the veil is thin, and instead of being fearful of death and the fact that things come to an end, we instead are celebrating life and how important it is to live our lives to the fullest. So with the Samhain boxes, I put together a kit to help you get into an atmosphere of divination and being able to channel your loved ones who have passed. This is not something to do if you're fearful of channeling the dead or the spirit realm. It's something to do out of love and light and simply looking for guidance, not necessarily trying to conjure up anything spooky or dark. And you're not trying to always just tap into specifically one spirit or one person that you knew before, but you are channeling this energy, this great spiritual energy. And so with it, you want to harvest that energy and do something good with it. So what is your intention? It's always good to be clear of your objective before doing any spell work or scrying, Ouija board practices, or tarot cards. Why are you doing them? Before you do anything, just stop and ask yourself that. What is your purpose? What is your intent? Are you just trying to grow spiritually, or are you trying to do something that maybe you're not even sure what you're trying to do? So just be very clear on your intent before you get into anything like this, because if you're working out of a place of uncertainty or fear, yes, you can definitely conjure something that you may not want in your life. I did include things to help you conjure a little bit of all the elements. There's a crystal, there's candles, there's herbs, there's incense, so you can really pull in all those energies and help you with this practice. So in this kit, I've included raven cone incense because the raven is a symbol and totem of the spirit realm. It is said that it can move between the worlds, bringing messages from the dead into the living. And it's a very powerful totem symbolically because it helps us to enhance our spiritual knowledge and insight. So I've included this incense to help you kind of tap into that realm and get in that mode. I've also included an incense burner. You can use this many other ways as well. I will show you in the video. It will help to hold your spear and candles and herbs. I've also included a black obsidian spear to act as your scrying mirror so that you can really work in a meditative trance, kind of brush out everything in your mind and just focus in on this one moment and this meditation. And you can focus on a flame bouncing off the reflection of the sphere. But obsidian also works to protect. It's a really great shield, especially for empaths if you are sensitive to other energies around, but it kind of helps filter out any negative energy. I've also included mugwort in this kit, which helps to tap into the spirit realm. It's really good and important to use during seances because it helps with clairvoyant growth, and it also does bring a little protection on the side too. And you always want to bring protection with you when you're tapping into the realm, and you always want to work with love and light, like I've said before, but it helps to ward off any evil spirits as well. So mugwort will work in this spell as well. I've also included some putka pods because putka pods kind of symbolize the autumn season. We think of Halloween and Samhain when we see little pumpkins, which is what these are. But putka pods also are a great symbol of the importance of togetherness and family and friends and love. So that is something you want to bring into this as well. I've also included 2 last items, which is the salmon oil in roll-on form and 3 black candles so that you can roll them in the herbs and dress them with the oil. You're going to anoint these candles, you're going to make them sacred for this use, for this purpose, and you're going to just put your intent into them. So you're going to use the herbs, the candles, and everything all at once, but this is fun. And then you can also wear the oil during the autumn season just because it's something to get into the spirit of autumn. So let us begin. All right, guys, so to begin, we're going to start with always clearing out the space with negative energy and filling it with positive energy. You can do this with any kind of sage. So today I'm using a little bit of lavender. Lavender works for the subconscious mind. It works for intuitive motions, and it also helps tap into the spirit realm, but mainly it helps with filling a space with love energy. I'm also going to use a little bit of palo santo because palo santo is considered to be a holy wood, and it's really nice to have it around because it just smells so good and it just continuously lifts the spirits of anyone in the room. So you just smudge your space, you cast your circle if you wish, but just fill the space with love and light. Just purest intentions, no harm to anyone, and just love. Just fill it with love and ask for guidance. Set your intentions now because this is what's important. So we're going to set our intentions, and we just want guidance today. We just want guidance, even if it doesn't come to us right now in this moment, for it to follow us in our dreams, maybe speak and communicate to spirit in that way. And we're also going to include some things that you can get on my website, but you can also use whatever you have around the house, like I usually say. So these are little star points for the spell candles to hold them as a base. But again, you can use anything you have. We have our 3 black candles, our black obsidian sphere. We have our cone incense, which I've already opened. I've opened the putka pods and the mugwort. And we have our salmon oil right here. And then for to make things easier, I always have my main candle that I already have lit, which is a big pillar candle over here on the side. And then that way I have everything ready. And when you're ready, you get into a meditative state. After you've cleared the space of any negative energy, you want to clear your crystal spirit as well. So you're going to run that through the smoke of anything that you're burning. But for this sake, I would say use the cone incense, because that was the purpose of this incense, is to kind of tap into the spirit realm. So we're going to light the cone incense now. And you can burn this cone anywhere nearby your circle. So I'll let it start here and then I'll move it to the side, but you want to let the cone burn for a little bit before you blow it out. And in the meantime, what you can be doing is getting your candles ready. So when this is ready, we're going to set it aside. And again, I'm in a way, I'm rushing through this a little bit because I want to show you guys, but when you're doing this in live real time, take your time with everything, breathe, find that meditative state, and just work with the energy. So now we have our incense lit and we work with the energy. And now we're going to take our black obsidian sphere and cast our intentions into it. Again, we're asking for protection, insight, and guidance from the spirit realm right now. And we are not looking for any harm. We're not looking to receive harm or give harm to anything or anyone. We're asking only beings of love and light to come forward at this time and just be in a good state. We don't want any harm, and we just want love and light. That is always the goal, is just love, light, and guidance. Now I'm going to move the cone incense to the side. If you have charcoal tongs, please use those. Okay. And so now we're going to set our sphere in the center. So I have this dish so that it's risen in the middle, and the hole is going to use to hold the sphere, just like that. So now that your sphere is there in the center, we're going to take our putka pods and place them around in a circle clockwise motion to conjure those energy of the past loved ones who have passed. Again, puka pods remind us of family and togetherness. So as you place each puka pod down, you can even envision a family member who has passed on and kind of name each puka pod for that family member so that we can bring those energies back into our lives. And if you can squeeze one more in there, then do that. So now you have a ring of puka pods around your obsidian sphere. Now we're going to open up a portal. We're going to place a candle holder in a triangular shape around our sphere. So you can use these bases or any other base, but you're going to also need to roll out your mugwort here because you're going to be rolling the candles in this. And if you want to, in the end too, you can sprinkle a little bit of mugwort around your sphere. So to anoint your candles, you're going to take your black candles, you should have 3 of them, and you're going to dress it with oil, and then you're going to roll them and then put them in their candle holder. You can light them first and then put them in, or put them in and then light them. But to do the oil, you're going to take your salmon oil, and you can either roll your oil onto it, or the way I like to do is just roll a bunch into your hand, and then you dress it that way because you use your hand, and hands are like our wands. So you're going to kind of oil up the candle, and if you can see it's getting a little oily there, that's what you want. So you want lots of oil because the more oil you have, the better it sticks, and it gives off a really nice fragrance. So you're going to get some mugwort rolled onto these candles, and you're not going to need too much because you don't want to start little fires, because it will do that. But as you can see now, you have your mugwort. So as you're doing this, your intention is protection for the black candle, seeing into the unknown, which is also the black candle, like the void. You're adding mugwort, which is spiritual insight and guidance. And when we're dressing it with the pumpkin oil and the salmon oil, you will feel this energy that just kind of deepens your spirit into a more knowing state. So you're going to place your candle in here, and you're just going to repeat this for the other candles as well until you're all done, and you can sprinkle the last of the mugwort around the ring, and then you can begin your meditative practice of gazing. And when you're gazing, you're going to use the flame of the candle. By gazing into the sphere, you're going to see beyond, and you're not going to see what's physical. You're letting your mind's eye take over and see. And now you are holding your seance. You can gaze into the points of light in the crystal sphere. In a dark room, in a dark environment, you will notice that this triangle of light creates almost like a portal in between. So you have multiple dimensions here, and you're seeing beyond the physical state. You can say prayers. You can ask your loved ones to come forth. Do what feels right in this moment. Just sit with this energy and let the candles burn down. It could take up to an hour for everything to be complete, but be patient with this. There should be no rush, as time is non-existent in the spirit realm. You can anoint yourself with the salmon oil, and when you are completed, ask to be filled and surrounded with love and light, and thank all the spirits for joining you at this time. Remember, this is a ring of family, knowledge, ancestors, and those who have walked before you. This is a portal. See into it, feel it, trust it, and know it. Blessed be. That's how you work with your scrying kit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was really happy to make it for you, and I hope you learned a little bit from it as well. And you don't have to use this kit. You can also swap out items with other items. Maybe you don't have a certain herb with you, or you only want to use white candles. That's all fine. Whatever you feel drawn to do that always. If you don't have certain items, and don't get caught up or hung up on that, and don't feel like you have to have these, you can use any items that you feel drawn and comfortable using. It's all about your intent, like I always say. So as long as you put that intent into the item, then everything will work out just fine. So thank you again for watching another video. I hope you all have a loving and blessed week. Bye.